Hello and welcome. You're listening to our podcast, Ayahuasca Assisted Therapy. Learn all you need to know about the safe, ethical, and responsible use of ayahuasca for healing and awakening. Meet the wisdom keepers, space holders, and guardians of this powerful plant ally. Hear directly from the people about their ayahuasca healing experience. To embark on your healing journey or to start a new career in psychedelic assisted therapy, go to my website, avatarhealingarts.com, and get in touch with me. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. Please leave a comment and enjoy this episode. Hello and welcome back to our podcast, Ayahuasca Assisted Therapy. And today I'm here with Victor and Ben, who are calling in from Peru, actually. Which part of Peru you are in right now?
Lima.
Lima, okay. From Lima. So, and they just finished the dieta. So I'm so excited to hear about, their experience and their journey with the medicine. So welcome, Victor, and hi, Ben. Nice to see you again. And I would love to know, Victor, to start with, just if you want to kind of introduce yourself and how did you come to the medicine? What was your journey, and where are you now?
Oh, okay. Well, hello to everybody. And yes, my name is Victor. I am Peruvian. I born here in Lima, but I was living long time in the Amazon jungle researching plants since I discovered some amazing place to work myself and get this essential knowledge from the sacred plants. In my work, I am working from that time, 30 years non-stop, 30 years and something else, but this is not important, just as a reference. Still I am studying, still I am learning, I want to do. Yeah, I meet the plans for accident. I didn't really was looking for get a workshop or seminar or be with a healer. It was accident. I was in one interesting adventure trip. I decided to organize on my own one adventure trip, crossing many places in the Amazonian jungle more than 30 years ago, and I met one difficult place where was a guerrilla in that time fighting with the military, and I need to hide myself in the hills, top of the hills, and one family offered to be with them, and there in the valley start very very strong fight, very strong time, and I didn't come down to the valley for can continue or leave the jungle, and I've been there, and I was very bored, for frustrate my way to keep going. And I was literally desperate because it was very wild place, no electricity, no phone connection, no restrooms. It's very, very wild place, but I was safe there, very far away. I need to hike many hours on top of the mountains, and nobody was going there to look for us. But in the meantime, the family offered me to dream plants for feel more comfortable because I was under stress about the situation. And in this way, I discovered the medicine plants of them and ayahuasca too. I need to be there hiding myself for almost 1 year, 11 months and a half, And you can imagine 11 months and a half, I was in a wildlife and drinking plants. One day, the fight finished, and they tell, okay, Victor, you can go back home. And I get my things and went back home, and I discovered a big change in my feelings, in my thoughts, and the way I can communicate with myself and the world, and I really decide to keep exploring that amazing side I discovered of myself, and I sell my things. I had a couple enterprises, and I sold them. Everybody was thinking I became crazy, no. But I took the money. I shared the money with the workers, pay my bills. With the other part of the money, I went back to the jungle. Well, and I spent 9 more years in the jungle exploring, trying to discover more about this amazing culture where the healers just guide ceremonies with the knowledge from the jungle, singing to them. And I was fascinating. And after a few years, I decided to learn for sure with other people, and that born my work. I am keeping already 30 years of my life, non-stop. I share plants and ceremonies around the world, in Africa, Asia, North, Central, South America, Caribbean, Canada, wherever. and for me, it's nice because it's one big opportunity to learn about people, because I am not going to teach nobody. I am going to share life with other people, healing, share healing. The most important I discover is to work right inside the culture, the use of the plants. Is don't try to be the healer shaman, can have power over people. No, it's just to share one tool for others can be in this amazing way to discover our own truth everybody have. And the discovering the truth, we are discovering the way to get it, the medicine. That is the medicine. Probably true to discover our own truth is discovering this amazing medicine everybody have, not just the people guide or facilitate plans. Everybody has this power, just each one need to make a process to discover. And this is my work. I make my part, I create the atmosphere, I give the safe, and comfortable possible way for the people discover own master, own power to communicate with this knowledge everybody have inside consciousness. That's it.
Wonderful. That's so beautiful. I would love to hear a little bit more about your training when you were learning with the plants, because now I noticed that a lot of people from the West, they go there, they go for a ceremony, and then they are like, oh, I want to learn this, I want to serve the medicine, and they spend 3 months in the jungle, and then after they feel qualified, to hold space for other people. So I would love to hear a little bit more about what does it entail to learn and to prepare yourself to hold space for other people. Like, how long does it take, and what kind of practices or support did you receive during that time, and how did you know that, okay, now I'm ready to hold space for other people?
Right, Nina. That is, I really appreciate this question because it's very important. We need to be clear. If we try to learn, if we feel in the humble way, the capacity to learn and share to others, we cannot lose that key as the humble way. We are not owners of nothing. We cannot be just following, healing ourselves to can heal. It's like you get it and share, get it and share. It's not you have the power to share to others, not, and we need to be humble to learn, because we need a time, firstly, for heal ourselves, for control and make even the ego in our life, because we have ego, that is true. It's not possible. People say, no, I need to kill the ego. That is not right. We cannot kill nothing. We need to recognize our light. We need to recognize our garnet, our gardens, and we need to recognize our basement, and we need to recognize our darkness, and we need to recognize we have ego, and the ego is dominant. You know, ego is not friendly of self-love. You know, self-love make you increase your capacity to connect with the life. The ego is the opposite. You know, ego try to make the mind controlling everything. In this way, the best is from humble place, learn step by step, taking your time, no pressure, no rush, just taking your time, healing yourself, learning more from each one of us, you know, and then keep going in the traditional. People like to learn, everybody can, but take the time, take the time. If we plant in our garden, you know, one tree, you know, we put the seed, no, we care the soil, we put the water, and we need to wait to grow until the tree will give the fruits to us. It's not possible you put a plant and grow and take the fruits fast, because it's not the nature. It's not the nature, it's not the philosophy of the nature to work with plants. You know, we need to create the space slowly, step by step, healing ourselves, getting the knowledge, taking the plants, not just one plant, taking the different plants will increase this capacity. We call here in the Peruvian Amazon jungle teacher plants, you know, because they come to teach us between dreams, between insights, and we need to be open. We need to moderate our ego for can get at this knowledge, because the knowledge can to increase our truth, the capacity to see the truth. You know, plants are amplificators, amplify. We can amplify our capacity to learn from the truth, our truth. Everybody have the medicine, you know, and also can amplify the ego for, that makes we become, oh, I am the powerful shaman, you know, the powerful healer. But please, it's just take more time for make even this this big picture, you know, of understanding the knowledge. You know, have many process, have sacrifice, have places where we cannot eat anything, just basic for don't be sick. You know, no sugar, no salt, no fats, no sex, no any other substance. You know, we need to sacrifice. It's part of practice humble, you know, because we cannot say, no, I can do. I can take plants eating spaghetti carbonara. No, no, need the sacrifice, you know, to be aware of electronic devices, to be with ourselves, to listen. These amazing voice are waiting for us. Open the way, open the ear to listen. You know, everybody have one ancient genetic, and there is a lot of information, and plants open the way to be in contact with that. It's very magic. No, it's true, exists. No, because sometimes the people say, no, that's just magic. Because the people don't understand, say, no, that's just magic. It's not magic. It's true, you know, consciousness, genetic, information, together with all the everything we have inside our genetic have memories. You know, it's not the outer life, the past life. No. It's our real genetic, and there have memories and a lot of information. And it's amazing to go there, you know we can work with this deep voice come from ourselves. No, for do that need to go step by step. Everybody can do. This is not just for few people. Everybody, men and women, And I am very happy because now many women are coming to practice and be close to this practice too. In the beginning, when 30 years ago, was very weird to find women inside the jungle exploring. Now it's amazing. Now it's beautiful. I believe probably it's a good opportunity for humanity to give this place from the creativity of the world, have the women.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing all that. So, personally for you, like just for people have an idea, how long this takes. Is it take like a 1 month or a 1 year or a 10 year, to learn all these things? And have you been learning from one particular master and you dedicated, yourself to one master, or have you been exploring different teachers, different traditions? So how was your learning experience? And yeah, how long did it take for you specifically from where you went from the mainstream world, went into the jungle, started learning to come to a place when you said, okay, I feel ready, I can hold space for other people?
Well, yeah. Well, firstly, all depends the capacity of each one to heal ourselves, to work with ourselves, to arrive in one healthy own place for can get it, that benefits. All depends. I cannot. All depends the situation and the position where each one be. But in my case, I decided to explore, and I was traveling for different places in the Amazonian, Peruvian Amazon jungle, and I meet different healers. I was looking for the oldest. I went to the towns and village, and I was asking in the market for the people was there. Can you recommend me one healer? I need to heal myself. And when 6 people recommend the same name, I went to this guy. Sometimes the people say, oh, have one guy, very, very interesting, but you need to take a boat and sail and go 2 days away. I went to this guy. And I spent many years doing that. After 3 years, I decide who was my 5 favorite healers, and I went to Spain and say, okay, can I stay here for 3 months, and then in to other guy other 3 months, but become my friends, family, and sharing, and was fine. I never stopped, just keep going, keep going. Then I went to explore other countries where also surf ayahuasca, like Colombia, Ecuador. I've been 10 years in Brazil. But always keeping, I choose the tradition way to share the plants, ayahuasca, and the sacred plants from the Peruvian culture. And this is my work. I choose don't mix, because have a spiritual, physical, mental, specific way in these healing arts, and I choose to be a specific working with that. But I like anyone. I cannot say, no, this is the best. No, it's not because the best. It's because I decide to put more energy, attention, and practice in this way. Here is no competition. I spent 10 years in Brazil. I was living there, working inside my tradition, Peruvian, but I got a very beautiful people, friends from other type of practicing in Santo Daime, Unión do Vegetal, Barquinha, Umbandaime, and many, many, many other dissidents. And I was working with anthropologists there, and I really one person very interested about the ayahuasca world. And it's very, very, very interesting to share and learn and see how work in other latitudes. And now, well, ayahuasca opened the world, the doors. We have ayahuasca. We can make ayahuasca in Finland, in Estonia, in Hong Kong, and well, around the world. And it's very interesting to discover how the people can get it, because it's consciousness. Then people say, no, the authentic ayahuasca need to be in the forest. It's in consciousness. Is the ayahuasca is good preparation. The ceremonies are honest and good managing. You can get it a very beautiful experience in Frankfurt or Hong Kong, no, Cairo or Iquitos, Peru. No, it's consciousness.
I have a question about that because, for such a long time, for thousands of years, this tradition was so guarded in Peru, and there was no way that medicine people would travel out of the jungle and share the medicine, or the Western people would be allowed to go into the jungle and sit with indigenous people. And about 50 years ago, this started to open, and they suddenly allowed, the Western people to come, and also the medicine men started to travel out of the Amazon forest. So what is your understanding? Why did this happen? Why was it so kind of secret and guarded and protected for a long time, and only in the Amazon as this tradition existed, and then suddenly it started to open and go everywhere in the world? What do you think about that?
The most important, still is closed and secret, just open for the people, be honest and humble. We have a universe of people managing or moving things, but still the truth is inside the humble, honest way, just few people. Well, but we have two phenomena. The first one is the connection about the media, like we are talking now. In the beginning, you remember 35 years ago, no cell phones. When I was in the jungle, no cell phones. And it started the internet. And you need to go to one main city and sit with patient in one PC, and try to connect, remember dialing, and sometimes was not going well, was not going well. In that moment was not Google, was Alta Vista, and the pioneer was Hotmail, Yahoo, was very tiny, and you was happy when you send one email to one person, but that is happening. I sent one email to one person, and this person get it in Paris, and say, "Oh, Victor is in the Amazon jungle. Oh my God, he sent one story very nice about the pairing with plants, and 3 friends come to visit me, and other people make same, and three and multiplicate. In 15 years, the perfection of the communication in the global way make many people move and get it and go and globalize the use of ayahuasca. This is the technique side. And the other side, we need to recognize we are in one specific moment in humanity, in our time. We need, and the plants come from the universe, and the vibration of the universe spray these seeds. We need. It's very important. Open consciousness. No, many people is scared now about many things. Wars, pandemics, crisis. Many politics things are making people be scared. Abuses, many things. But we have tools, and people can change, from understand how big is the conceptions of don't make judgment, just go to explore consciousness before make a judgment, explore consciousness, explore feelings. And I think the smart from the universe sent us the opportunity to get at these tools. We have the technical side, and we have the spiritual from universe side too. I am not talking about religion. It's open, spiritual, authentic, light. The plants, ayahuasca and others, San Pedro, we can talk about many things, but the plants, like every plant, are looking for light, are feeding light permanently. If we take one plant, any plant, medicine plant, ornamental plant, we can check, we can put in laboratory and we can check the genetic of the plant. Inside this genetic fantastic DNA, we will find a long ancient history of light, because the plants feed light permanently, and that is the best philosophy. If we are working with plants, we are working with this light, looking for light, this impulse to look for light. Where have light, we can manage better to put away the darkness. This is all the plants are teaching to us. We love plants. We have plants in our house. Sometimes because no, they are there trying to say, hey, look me, I am feeding light. No, it's very good that,
Yeah.
Uh,
With the ayahuasca, like I heard many times that they say that she is the mother of all plants. Can you reflect on this? What does this mean, and how is she different from other teacher plants like peyote or San Pedro, for example?
Yeah, that is the name. Human, we love to put names and put things inside one box and one level and probably say this is mine, or create one club or one cult or one religion around. This is human being. We love to do that. This is our ego, society ego, But about mama, papa, well, look, this is the pain all about you, all about me, all about people. No, the origin is the the plants are teacher plants, and are amazing teacher plants, because the plants show the truth like a good mother. Say, hey, you are doing this. And we get it. No, say, oh my God, yes. You need to clean yourself. You are eating bad, and the plant purge ourselves, clean our stomach, clean our intestine. So have the function like a good mama, teaching us, showing the path ahead. This is the right path. This is the true, and well, we can choose or not. Say, okay, mama, we will do, and we don't. We are rebels, But that is why the people call the monk. But really, the monk over the rest of the plant, no, all the plants are mama. Many plants are mama. Many plants are papas. It's for me, it's metaphor. Everything is metaphor, San Pedro, the cactus, is a phallic shape, but it's so interesting connection with the female side of human being, this phallic shape is amazing toward our female side, our creativity. We cannot say no. This is his mother, it's his father. No, this is for human. Human are humans. Plants, we need to respect. It's other kingdom. It's another kingdom. Where we can use our classify, oh, it's mama, it's grandmama, it's grandpapa, it's no, are teacher plants, and we need to be humble and accept these tools, because they are tools. It's no mama, it's no papa, it's ourselves. It's ourselves. Plants are tools. We can use for teach ourselves, for learn from our ancient memory. It's not the plant can to tell you. If the plant can to tell you, we become schizophrenia, because the plants cannot talk. It's our internal voice. The plants have substance. The substance expand our consciousness. In this expansion, we can get the information from our deep selves. That is the truth. It's not the plant kind of mama, hey, you man. No. It's our tools. And in the metaphoric way, we say, no, this is grandmama, it's mama. No. Everything comes from ourselves. Everything. It's there. We have everything there, just we don't believe, because in our conventional education, never we listen how we can work with ourselves. It's just being in this competition, technical, professional way in life, you know?
Yes, so well said. Thank you for sharing that. And yes, how did your understanding of who you are and what's your place in this world change thanks to your work with the medicine? So if people want to know, like, how does this change your life specifically? You were living quite, in the city before and you had a very different life. So what can you say, to those people that, how did it change for you, your experience?
Well, I don't want to know who I am. So that's not. If we read about philosophers, nobody arrive at the conclusion who we are. Because it's no, we need to know where we are in relationship with the life, in relationship with our world, our internal and external world. That is the key to discover and agree, accept the truth about where we are. And we are in evolution. If we are in evolution, we have the opportunity to change. If we have the opportunity to change, always we will arrive in a new person, looking for be in this evolution, renovating, that is important for me, all is my humble opinion, it's my personal humble opinion. I think people, each one need to try. The people need to try to get at this conclusion. Nobody need to know who we are, because it's like a very short conclusion. We are in evolution, and we need to be in evolution. We need to be in revolution, personal revolution, Never agree, this is all. No, it's not all. Have more, and we can learn more. And we can share more. We can share, We can sit and talk and feed one from each other, That is life, This, yeah.
What happens when you find yourself, when you think you find yourself?
Yeah. Another question that, I think many people would like to hear about is that how much medicine to take and how to do your integration after the ceremony, because a lot of people just, keep going to ceremonies. And I noticed that they use the medicine as they would use a pharmaceutical medication just to escape, their pain, but not really going into doing the work. So and what is your perspective about, how often or how much medicine you need, and what is that work that you need to do yourself, and put in the effort, and the medicine will not do it for you?
Well, all depends the case, no? All depends the reason the people come to take plants. Sometimes people come because are trying to solve some trauma, others just for curiosity, others because feel pain. We need to discover. But in any case, the person, the facilitator, need to have the ability, need to see how the people is going with the use of the plant. Cannot create one person be drinking, and you can see nothing happens there, And also need to manage the dosage, Nobody can push people to be in one super hard experience from the beginning. Everything need to be managing under dosage, step by step, slowly, like the plants grow, For be successful, for the people feel trust and go inside in a deep experience, need to be guided slowly, step by step. Because many people, most of us, we have traumas, because sometimes in our childhood we get it something and we didn't understand. We don't have the mature enough capacity to understand and process solving that, and we keep like a trauma. And it's important, if we are going to process consciousness, to open these doors, need to be with care, always with care, slowly, step by step. That is the point to can be facilitating the plans in the right way. Then you need to check how it's going on. You know the people come and told you, I am here for this reason. And you need to evaluate, how is the people going? Nobody need to be drinking plants. Nobody need to be drinking plants. We don't need to drink plant. But it was the choice. We need to evaluate it will be in a healthy mental way for the person. If not, you need to say, okay, you be done, because it's a big responsibility. Plants are amplifiers, amplified, amplify, and we need to amplify the trauma, or we amplify the way to solve the trauma. That is very, very important, because the facilitator need to know, check, evaluate, and guide that, for be healing. If not, no. Give ayahuasca just for give ayahuasca is not.
Right. So do you have any contact with the people after the retreat or the ceremony? Because you said you're traveling around the world holding medicine space. So do you follow up with people? What happens them, later, or you are just focusing more on the experience when they are, in communion with the medicine?
Yeah, the most important cases, yes. The most important cases I follow close by connection, by mail. I am not working now around the world. From pandemic time, I decided to be more focusing in few places. I am trying to put my work more inside in a center. I am not more in this intense time I had before. But the most important cases I following always, and I leave the people, make the feedback comfortable. I am not pushing nobody to ask, no, what happened? No, just send one hello, some commentary, and then the people open if they feel, because it's very personal, introspective, personal. I don't want to be involved with the intimate things that people can work, But of course, if they have some specific question, I can give some tip, I can give, but the plans works when each person open the way to be owner of choose decisions, and healing. The own person can heal own self, not under the intervention, the participation, or I be involved with that, I don't like to be involved. I just can give tips, and the people need to develop the way to heal on traumas, on questions, on things, that is important. Then the people say, oh, Victor, thank you so much. I say, no, thanks yourself. You made it, not me. I was in my side. You made it. That is important. The people feel the gratitude to discover own selfish capacity, to do that.
So is there a way that people can use these plants in the wrong way, and actually it won't be healing, but it will be damaging? And if there is a way, how can people avoid, going down that path?
Well, the plants, fortunately, if we can talk puntual about, because plants, the most popular plants, ayahuasca, San Pedro, peyote, psilocybe, salvia divinorum, and well, we have 5, 6 plants. In the case of ayahuasca, if the ayahuasca prepared just using the traditional ayahuasca plus chacruna, you know, it's very difficult, can hurt somebody. It's impossible. You need to drink 50 ounces, 50 ounces of ayahuasca for be bad. And before, when you will drink the number 5, you will be purging yourself and cleaning yourself, and will not be in dangerous situation. The most toxic is the mushroom. The mushroom need to manage with more care, because psilocybin is not easy to go out of our system and can be in one hard and bad intoxication. Okay, the San Pedro and peyote needs few more days to go out of our system. But in any case, if the plants are good prepared, no, and the people, the facilitators, are using a rational or really good feeling for sure, never will hurt nobody. The people need to be out of some medications, out of some issues, healthy issues, for don't be bad with the plants. You know, if we observe good plants, good dosification, good guiding, people health people cannot come with a bad disease in the heart, in the lungs, in the liver, you know, because need to process the plant, or in the brain with a tumor. You know, we need to care few things, but in normal people, very difficult get hurt if we don't push them, the participants, to to take a weird dosage, or mix it with other plants are not right. You know, need to be clean, like the word need to be clean. You know.
Right. And what about, many people say that specifically with the ayahuasca, it's contraindicated for people who have a serious mental disease like schizophrenia or psychosis. Do you agree with that?
Totally, because it's amplificator. It's amplificator. No, if somebody wants to make experiments, or have people making experiments, scientifics, I had the lucky to talk with some doctors, you know, but the results is not is not we cannot give ayahuasca because it's amplificator, you know. Need to be super careful with that, you know, amplify.
Right, right. Is there a way for these type of people to still work with shamanic healing practices, or maybe other plants? Or what can you say to somebody? For example, I have a good friend who has schizophrenia, and she's on a lot of medication, and she would like to leave those medications because they have a lot of side effects, and it's really not many options, for her. Like, is there something that you can recommend for these people, which path, or what to go towards?
Well, have other plants. Firstly, need to clean the pharmacy, the medications. No, some of them need to check the list of medication, and we need to choose what is important to clean for feel much better without the side effects, and have other plants we can try and are not dangerous for use with like ayahuasca. So forget ayahuasca, and we can use other type of plants, you know, for try to make this person feel much better and don't be in a dangerous contraindication with the disease, you know. But have things to can use and try healthy try, you know, have, you
Yeah.
know.
Thank you. And are you kind of like a lone wolf, or do you have a team of people that you work with that help you to, organize everything, or you are doing everything on your own?
No, it's not possible. I have people cooperating with me in different cities, no, and I have been here with me, no, and we are a small team, because I am not working with a huge groups, you know. Sometimes people call me I don't have a website. I make one website, still I didn't send to the people. I am working, just the people call me, and I travel there to meet the small groups. I don't want to be with a huge group of people. Many of them are private group, private people. That's the way I am working. And Ben and me are organizing ceremonies. And just this. No, it's not possible to do thing alone. And one more thing before finish is very important. Plants are good to increase because they amplify to increase our will to do. In this way, the plants become excellent for heal depression and for heal drugs addiction, cases. But the people need to know, not because one person under compulsion behavior drink ayahuasca will be healed. No, the people need to detox before with other plants, put away the substance are making the compulsion behavior, and then with these people start to breathe better, to get more clarity. You can increase this clarity with ayahuasca. That's the way work with ayahuasca and other plants. It's very important because people know. I know somebody have one problem with eating over sugar. Ayahuasca. No. Have process to detox people before with plants, and then arrive in a healthy, more clear way for ayahuasca can work, amplify. That's the all.
Thank you for sharing that. I want to ask Ben, a question before we finish that. Now, what is like, are you an apprentice now? Are you learning this? Like, what's going on with you now? Are you dedicated yourself to this path, or what is your experience, from your perspective, walking alongside Victor?
Well, I try not to think too much into it because I have one person every ceremony asks me this question, and I don't put a name on it. I'm learning with him, and I'm so blessed and honored to know him and who have met him, and he's helped me invaluably in the medicine. So step by step and trusting, not trying, but trusting. And that's been a deep lesson that I've got, especially on this dieta and the past ceremonies that we've had, is trust over try. And yeah, I'm in the process, and healing first, growing. It's all growing. And yeah, I don't want to think about where I'm going to end up.
Right. And I think that's a good way to go about it, because I think a lot of people go in there for, oh, this is going to be my new career, or this is really coming up, as a business opportunity. So I'm going to dive into that, which I think it would be all the wrong reasons. Why would somebody commit to this path? So thank you for sharing,
My connection musically initially, sorry, just to add that, is, I play with him in ceremonies, and it's just been a real blessing for me and other people in the Sacred Valley with music. And that is a form of connection for me that's just been incredible.
Right. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Is there anything, Victor, that you would like to share with the world and all the people who are going to listen to this recording?
Well, yes, thank you. I feel gratitude for your time to make this interview. I don't know if Ben told you I didn't. I don't like. I don't do this, and I feel good with you to do. Yeah, but it's very important. That. And the recommendation is, please, step by step, our life need to be one act of self-love. For everybody. believe we have a lot of things inside. Beautiful.
Yes, thank you. I that just reminds me of one of the ceremony I had a couple of years ago, and my intention for the ceremony was I asked the medicine to teach me about love, because I realized that my understanding of love is very, very basic and very far from what it really is. And I realized that I have no idea what real love is. And I'm not even sure that if I ever felt that type of love. So I think, you know, that's a really good segment to close with, because that's all we want, right? Everybody just wants to be loved and want to share love, and that's what moves everything, right, in this reality. And I think that we can begin with just to learn about what is really love, you know, what is loving and what is not loving, and how to express that love that we are all, you know, carrying. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you came and shared. I hope you enjoyed this episode today. And if you would like to get in touch with Victor or participate in one of his ceremonies, you can email him at ancientcultureteachingsca@gmail.com. So again, ancientcultureteachingsca@gmail.com. We're going to put his email address in the description below as well. And see you soon for the next episode. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for listening, and leave a comment if you enjoyed this episode. Help us grow our community by sharing this episode with your friends, and subscribe to our channel to receive the latest on ayahuasca-assisted therapy. To embark on your healing journey or to start a new career in psychedelic-assisted therapy, go to my website, avatarhealingarts.com, and get in touch. And of course, stay tuned for the next episode.